In a small village nestled in the hills, where vibrant flowers bloomed and fields were lush and green, lived a man named Elias, known to all as the gardener of faith. Elias was an elderly man, with white hair and eyes filled with serenity. He was renowned for having the most spectacular garden in the village, a place of unmatched beauty and tranquility. People from the village came from afar to admire Elias's garden. His flowers were the most beautiful, his trees the most luxuriant, and the aura of the place was one of peace and serenity. However, what most amazed people was that Elias cared for his garden only once a week. He seemed unconcerned about pests or weeds, yet his garden flourished like no other. One day, a curious young man approached Elias and asked, "How do you manage to maintain such a splendid garden by tending to it only once a week?" Elias smiled and replied, "Come with me, and I will show you the secret." The young man followed him as Elias led him to the farthest part of the garden, where a small stream flowed serenely. Elias pointed to the tallest tree in the garden, an imposing oak tree that seemed to touch the sky. He explained, "This tree is the tree of faith. Every week, before tending to anything else in the garden, I come here and spend time in silence, in deep meditation. I bring my faith with me and deposit it at the feet of this tree." The young man looked intrigued. "But what does this have to do with your garden?" Elias continued. "Faith is like a seed. When we deposit it with sincerity and devotion, it grows and spreads to all other parts of our life. I believe that tending to my garden is an act of faith. I believe that, once I have deposited my faith here, all other things I do will be blessed. And see, nature responds to my faith. The flowers bloom, the trees thrive, and everything is in harmony." The young man gazed at the tree of faith and for the first time, understood the importance of faith. He learned that faith is not just an empty belief but a force that can transform the reality around us. He began to cultivate his own faith and apply it in his life. Over time, the young man also became a skilled and careful gardener, and his own garden flourished extraordinarily. But more than that, he discovered that faith was the key to facing life's challenges with courage and hope. Thus, the story of Elias, the gardener of faith, spread throughout the village, and everyone learned the importance of depositing their faith in what they believed. And Elias's garden continued to be a place of beauty and inspiration, reminding everyone that faith is the seed that can make miracles bloom in our lives.